Pakistan is celebrating a victory parade, not over terrorism, not over inflation, and not even over polio, but over India. Yes, the delusional Republic of Pakistan has spun a web of lies, not just to mask its defeat, but to weave a completely alternate reality. One where Pakistan registers a thumping victory and India stands decimated. This is Shubhangi Sharma. Let's dive into some of the biggest lies that Pakistan's leadership wants its people to believe. And let me warn you, it's going to get ridiculous and mind-boggling. Pakistan is parading a list of false claims to celebrate what it calls a victory. But the reality is far from it. Despite suffering precision strikes on at least 11 of its key air bases, with several rendered inoperable and its air defenses overwhelmed, Pakistan continues to trumpet fabricated triumphs. According to DGISPR and a compliant media, Pakistan allegedly destroyed multiple Indian air bases, BrahMos storage sites, an S-400 unit, and 5 IAF jets. They even boast of cyber attacks that supposedly disabled 70% of India's power grid and internet infrastructure. The list is long and ambitious. So let's look at the first claim. Pakistan's first claim is that no terror activities take place in Pakistan. This is from the Defense Minister, Khwaja Asif.
No, there's absolutely no terrorist activities. It's just the imagination, the figment of imagination of India.
But I won't go too far. This can be debunked by Khwaja Asif's own words before.
Pakistan has had a long history of backing and supporting and training and funding these terrorist organizations.
Well, we have been doing this dirty work for the United States for about 3 decades, and West.
Claim number 2, 5 Indian jets shot down. But soon it was found that Pakistan's source was social media. Oh, that's embarrassing.
Let's start with this very specific allegation of 5 fighter jets shot down. Where's the evidence for that, sir?
It's all over the social media, on Indian social media, not on our social media. The debris of these jets fell into Indian occupied Kashmir, and it's all over Indian media.
Claim number 3. See this picture? This is Hafi Abdul Rauf, a US designated terrorist. He's conducting a funeral prayer of dead terrorists after India strikes on terror camps on May 7th. But look behind him. Pakistan's military officers are standing shoulder to shoulder with their extremist brethren. This simply exposes the nexus between Pakistan Army and its terrorists. But not so fast. Pakistan's DGISPR claims that this individual is not a terrorist, but a common family man. He even shared the citizen ID and a video message from Rauf. So did he just prove India wrong? Well, quite the opposite. One look at the ID of this man and his terrorist designation, it turns out that he really is the same guy. The same name, same birth date, and the same national ID number. Pakistan went through all this pain to only double confirm India's claim. And it also confirms that Pakistan protects its terrorists. But are you surprised? Here's a fun fact. DGISPR Ahmed Chri himself is a son of a globally sanctioned terrorist. And what was his crime? Well, not much, only that he led a terror outfit and was close to Osama bin Laden and attempted to help make nuclear weapons for Al-Qaeda. Now you will understand why Chaudhry was the perfect man for the job in the Pakistani military. Now let's head to claim 4. Pakistan's drone attacks on May 7th and May 8th never really happened. Perhaps the Indian people were having mass hallucinations. Or the classic Pakistani lie, India did it to itself. Pakistan said its May 6th drone attack on 15 Indian locations was, and I quote, a fantastic and cooked up story. The idea was to paint India's retaliation as escalatory aggression, and the Pakistanis believed it. But that's not it. It gets more sinister. DGISPR and Ishaq Dar openly claimed that India fired missiles deliberately at Amritsar. Here's what the DG said. I want to give you the shocking news that India fired 6 ballistic missiles from Adampur. One of the ballistic missiles hit Adampur and the rest of the 5 missiles hit in Indian Punjab area of Amritsar.
3 projectiles were deliberately dropped at Amritsar. The modus operandi of the ruling Hindutva regime appears designed to falsely implicate Pakistan for targeting Indian civilians and inciting anti-Pakistan sentiment among the Punjabi Sikh population to conveniently externalize the rising communal tensions within India.
This lie of Indian missiles hitting Amritsar was to stoke a divide between Hindus and Sikhs in India at the peak of the conflict, something which Pakistan thinks it can really do and get away with. The truth is, though, that Pakistan bombed a Gurudwara in Poonch earlier, killing 3 Sikhs. Pakistan is no friend of the Sikhs. Now, claim number 5, and this is where it gets even more delusional. Pakistan claims that Indian bases were destroyed: Sirsa, Udhampur, Jammu, Pathankot, Bhatinda, Nalia, and Bhuj. While there are mounds of evidence of damage to Pakistan's bases, simply because you cannot hide massive explosions, there is no video evidence or satellite imagery to support Pakistan's counterclaim. Satellite images of Udhampur base shows no damage since the attack. This was reported by the New York Times as well. But hey, let's not let facts get in the way. Find solutions. The proof was doctored. Pakistan has been showing this photo of the Jammu air base to claim damage. See those black splotches? Well, they're not real. The same with Adhampur base. That big black splotch you see, that's only for the consumption of the Pakistanis. I'm afraid to say this wasn't even Photoshop. This may have been the work of MS Paint. Real satellite images have no damage to show in these bases. Now, let's get more delusional. Claim 7. Pakistan claims that it took out the S-400 unit in the Adhampur base. Pakistanis love that story. Perhaps because Pakistan's own Chinese air defense systems did a terrible job.
Identifying S-400, attacking them is a easier part than identifying it on ground, because it is mobile, it's a high value thing, and you guard it. It's kind of a center of gravity.
Anyway, it seems even Prime Minister Modi wanted to have some fun. The Indian Prime Minister visited the Adhampur base, and lo and behold, the base is completely intact and the S-400 is standing tall right behind him. What kind of damage was that? Claim number 8. Pakistan hacked into most Indian websites and also took out 70% of India's electricity grid. Can you picture that? This is quite an ambitious lie, but that's how boldly the Pakistani military lies to its people. Indians have no memory of this happening, of course. Maybe it got erased by Pakistan's advanced cyber warriors. But this is what India says. About 15 lakh cyber attacks targeting Indian websites were found, and how many were successful? Only 150 of them. That's a 99.9% rate of failure, or a 0.01% success rate. Looks like Pakistan's cyber warriors are busy playing video games at work. Speaking of video games, here comes claim 9, is it? I'm losing count. Here's a viral video doing the rounds of Pakistan's rocket attack on India, except it is not from the front lines, but from a video game. But if you think that would faze Pakistan, forget about it. Even the government of Pakistan shared a video of the havoc it has unleashed on India, with a years-old simulation video from the video game Arma 3. But if this was not embarrassing enough, the Afghans enter the picture, and they have a thing or two to say about Pakistan's lies. Claim number 10. Have Indian missiles hit Afghanistan? DGISPR says that India hit Afghanistan with missiles and drones. But the Taliban has rubbished this claim, saying that there was no truth to it. When the Taliban is fact-checking you, you have truly hit rock bottom. And now to claim number 11. One of the sickest claims circulated by Pakistani media was that it had taken a female Indian pilot captive. Pictures of Shivangi Singh, India's first female pilot to fly the Rafale, did the rounds with the ugliest comments from Pakistani men. The truth was clarified by DGISPR itself later, that they had no Indian pilot in their custody, and Shivangi Singh was safe in India. Now I know that this was a long list, but Pakistan's propaganda machine is concocting more lies as we speak. These lies are faithfully propagated by the media, and therefore Pakistanis live in a whole other world of their own. If religion is the opium of the masses, Pakistan's lies are like morphine. They help numb the pain of defeat. But for how long?